What's up, good people? It's your boy Onyxe back with another review of the Real Housewives of Dubai, episode 12. Let me look at my notes real quick. Serving the tree. Anyway, before I get started, once again, I want to say thanks to everybody who watched my reviews. Like most of my YouTube channel lately, I have not been in the mood to really upload, but as a fan of the show and hoping to get a season 3 of the Real Housewives of Dubai, I feel obligated to do the reviews even if my mood is less than favorable. But anyway, let's get started. So the show opens up with the girls, with their families and stuff, but mainly focuses on Starberry as her parents come to visit her, which was good. While Starberry's parents come to visit her, first of all, I didn't realize the house was not finished because it looks damn good. But anyways, while Starberry's folks are there, she talks to her parents about general life, how well she's done for herself in Dubai, which is all fine and dandy. And then she has a little conversation with her mother discussing the hypnotherapy and, of course, how the therapy helps her realize that she's too rigid at times, that she has a hard time opening up. Her mom feels like, you know what, well, it's kind of good you don't open up with your problems because you're supposed to solve your problems by yourself. But the thing is, when you're in a relationship, well, first and foremost, Stomberry's parents are very old fashioned. And as she mentions, she has rich parents, and as they were rich, they sent the kids off to boarding school and they're taught to be very self-sufficient in many areas, but it dulled their emotional side, their emotional growth, which is now something Starberry has to overcome on her own while being a wife to her husband Sergio. And that's like one of the things she's worried about. She also discusses the possibility of a baby, and her mom tells her, make sure, this is something you want to do, because having a child is a lot to take on, which she's very much right, especially for Starberry's age. Like, I'm not going to age shaming. This is not age shaming. It just goes back to what I said before. I do believe Starberry loves Sergio, and I know Sergio loves Starberry. But this is, again, Starberry, I said their names together, wow. Starberry married a younger man, and Sergio married an elder woman. Sergio has young woman expectations of Starberry, and Starberry's having older man expectations of Sergio. Because she's okay with just a kid she had from a previous marriage, but Sergio wants to have a family of his own, and he wants to have an heir, which makes sense. Preferably a boy, as they have like an egg that is going to be a boy that's frozen right now. So that's something they had to overcome. But I'm not trying to sound like a bitch here. It's not an Onyx problem. So, let them resolve that on their own. But that was a good talk that Starberry had with her family. Also, she mentioned something, but I didn't get the whole gist of it because my mind was somewhere else at the time. Because when I watched Real Housewives of Dubai, also scrolling on Twitter, either talking about Dubai or just seeing what's on there, she mentioned that her family name was really Steinberg, but after some kind of war, and I missed that part, of course, it was changed to Starberry. That was very interesting to me. I just might rewatch that episode just to catch that part. I'll rewatch it next week though, since obviously it's not important to the whole review itself. Next, we see Lisa playing at the event at a nice spot. Her Mina Roll event. As you know, Lisa has a beautiful business called Mina Roll, which is dedicated to pregnant women or women who are expecting. And it's mainly like fertility clothing, but now she's expanding to skincare that's good for soon-to-be mothers, which is beautiful. So she does an event at the spa, and she invites the girls. Mind you, the event is beautiful, and she has mineral plaster throughout the spa. The spa does not belong to Lisa, but she went to the spa for her event. Well, everything's going pretty well because she obviously invited all the girls, which is all the cast members. That goes for Brooke, Saba, Starberry, Ayan, Talene, and Sarah. Brooks is pissed. She's not really doing much, but Brooks is because Brooks has her own business, another luxurious business. I'm about to say something. I'm about to say the Spyglass, the Glass House. And Brooks felt a type of way that Lisa didn't come to her to have her event at Brooks's spa place instead of using this spa place that's just because they know about it. Brooks felt very offended, and she was pissed. She went to even at one point. She even went to the spa room where Talene and Starberry were getting massages. Well, I said massage room. I said spa room, massage room, where Starberry and Talene were getting the massages, and she went vented to them about how she felt that Lisa didn't hold her event at her spa. Now I gotta look at my notes again. Oh no, I don't. I can't remember what happened next. After that, and there's a moment between Sarah and Saba, and I'm gonna say this. This makes me so mad that Sarah and Saba are no longer cool because you could really tell that Sarah and Saba were really close. And I don't know how their friendship fell out. But this is the whole thing about reality television. reality television, I don't know why. Yes, at the end of the day, I blame the person because when you care about somebody, no way reality television should ruin that. But it feels to me, friendships, good standing friendships, go to die on reality television. And Sarah and Saba got affected by that apparently because during the dinner, Sarah is open up to Saba about how when she used to settle, how she was mistreated, how she was abused, how men neglected her and treated her poorly because she was settling, and she's tired of that, and she see Akeem isn't being the guy that she needs him to be, and she's very frustrated with that. And Saba's like, "Girl, you need to cut Akeem off. Akeem off. You need to cut him off." And at this point, I said what I need to say about Akeem. I'm not gonna repeat it no more. Sarah's a grown woman; she'll handle it. And it's not me being cold. It's not me giving like a half-ass review because I'm not in the best mood. This is me. I look at this. You come to me, and this is anybody in my life. You tell me a problem first few times, I'm willing to listen. But you keep coming to me with that same problem. I'm like, I get cold in the heart. Like, you know what? I don't care no more. Tell it to your mom. Tell it to your dead grandfather. Tell it to your auntie. Tell it to your dead dog. Don't bring that shit to me. I'm done talking about it. Because I'm done hearing you talk about it. Because you keep complaining to me about it, but you make no resolution to deal with it. So therefore, I don't care because apparently you don't care. But, that was still a nice scene. It makes me sad that those two are no longer friends. Then, following, Talene invites the girls out. This was, I think, my favorite bet of the show. Everything that followed behind it was very unfortunate. Talene invites the girls out for golfing, including their husbands, which I think is very nice because we don't see a lot of the husbands. Unlike the husband on The Real Housewives of New Jersey, who are fucking irksome, the husbands of The Real Housewives of Dubai, I'm gonna say for most part that even includes Wafi. Yes, I'm aware of some of Wafi's online shenanigans, courtesy of Brooks, because I follow Brooks on Twitter and on Instagram as well. And Brooks has been saying a lot of things about Wafi that I don't like. Like he's allegedly a MAGA, and he's very cruel to minority groups online. These are things said by Brooks on her tweets. So this is not me just pulling this out my asshole. But I really want to like Wafi, but ain't those things are solid. He's definitely someone I don't find cool, and he's very handsome. Like I said before, I'm not gonna take that away from him. If that's his personality, he's a no go for me, and that also makes me side eye Talene. Next thing I want to talk about. So during the golf event, everybody's having fun, but during that time, Talene speaks to Lisa, and Talene tells Lisa pretty much that Brooks was upset. Cause at the time, Lisa knew about it, but she didn't know what was Brooks upset about. She just heard that Brooks was not happy at the spa because after the whole event at the Mina Woe event that happened at the spa that Lisa rented was finished, she heard from the people at the spa who actually worked there that Brooks didn't want to take another services. She didn't want to be bothered. Like she didn't really interact with anything past what the camera showed us. So Lisa spoke to Talene. Talene said she was really upset, just telling Lisa she was really upset. And Lisa's like asking Talene, which is why Talene pissed me off later on. But Lisa literally asked Talene what was Brooks said about it. So like, nah, you just need to go talk to Brooks. I don't want to say anything. I want to misconstrue anything. Just go talk to Brooks. So that's what Lisa decides she's gonna do. So let me see. There was a yeah. I'm trying to think. Give me a second before I have to look at my notes. Sorry about this dumb pause. Okay, yes. So during the whole golfing event, the girls decided to pull away from the husbands. The husbands doing their thing, and the girls go have a seat. During the sit down goes in, Brooks and Lisa have a talk. Brooks pretty much states to Lisa, "Hey, I did feel type of way, but you're not using my spa." And Lisa goes to Brooks, "Well, it wasn't me trying to be shady. When I was playing this event for Mina Woe, I wasn't even thinking about the glass house. It wasn't me being spiteful. It wasn't me like, oh, girl, F you. I just wasn't even considering your spot. I had my own thing going because it's a spot that we're all familiar with." And my whole thing, I didn't like Brooks. I said, Brooks is very a firecracker. Doesn't mean I always agree with what she says. Because I really feel like Brooks is being very unnecessarily vicious to Lisa about the whole event. Because I don't think it was Lisa's plan. And it's not me being biased. Because I don't think it was Lisa's plan. Also need to go another thing I meant to forget about the spas event earlier, which I want to circle back to. I know I forgot something. I'll get back to it in a second. I don't think Lisa meant to be vicious about not using the glass house. Like I said, it just wasn't in her mind. Like she decided to use something that's familiar to her, that she felt comfortable using, and I think that was that. It was not to be vicious to the Brooks. It was like, oh girl, we cool, but I'm not gonna use your spa I'm not gonna use your business for an event for my own business. I don't think Lisa was doing that in a malicious sense. It's just like she said, the glass house was just not even on her radar when she was playing this event for Mina Rose skincare line. And also, I want to talk about too. Lisa Ayan had a talk concerning Starberry, and I love Lisa, but I'm going to say, Lisa, you're a grown ass woman. You're a grown ass woman. Ayan can be a friend with whoever she wants to be friends with. Like I said, we obviously you were jealous of Ayan's growing friendship with Starberry, and like I said, I can understand a lot of your gripes with Starberry, but you being mad that she and Ayan are becoming good friends is crazy. A good friend does not control who their friends are friends with. Now, yes, I understand. Let's say, for example, if Starberry, this is knock on wood, you probably can hear, you can't, whatever. If Starberry had, unalive someone in Lisa's family and Ayan was trying to be Starberry's friend, that I could understand. But if just Lisa and Starberry exchange words, which are both being petty and messy to each other, and Ayan decides, despite how things were in season 1, to become Starberry's friend this coming season while filming season 2, Lisa, I adore you. I want to give you the biggest hug if I saw you. I think I'd be amazed if I ever saw you and were like, that's how beautiful you are. That doesn't change the fact you're a grown-ass woman, and being jealous of your friend finding a friendship with someone you don't care for is childish as fuck. You should not make Ayan feel like she has to choose either you or Starberry, because that's not what real friends do. If you don't like Starberry, more power to you. But Ayan wants to be Starberry's friend. Let Ayan be Starberry's friend. Instead of calling Starberry every bitch just because she's getting friends with Ayan. Because one thing, you don't like Starberry, which you made very clear throughout the season, I'm fine with that. But if you try to get away out of Ayan being friends with Starberry, that ain't right. That's not right. Not at all. Not even a little bit. And you feel like Starberry's going to end up biting Ayan in the ass, Ayan's a grown woman. Yep, Ayan figure it out. Let Ayan figure it out. If Starberry does turn court on Ayan, let Ayan deal with the fallout. At least you can say, I told you so. But as of right now, stop it. Let that friendship be. You have your friendship with Ayan. Let Ayan have her friendship with Starberry. Okay, now let's get back to the golf situation. I'm sorry I had to double back. Oh well, my reviews are not always precise, and my brain, like a crazy man, I will bounce around on various things. But now getting back at the whole discussion during the girls having a sit down during the whole golf event. Well, Lisa and Brooks are having a conversation about how Brooks felt slighted about Lisa not using the glass house to plan her event. Tylene chimes in, and mind you, what's making me mad at Tylene, when Lisa asked you prior, what was Brooks upset about? You didn't want to talk. But now that, Brooks and Lisa are exchanging, they're sharing words of how they felt about the situation, you want to chime in. So even though I don't wish Lisa did not need to curse you out, because Lisa does go from 0 to 100 real quick with that mouth. That must be the Jamaican in her. That's not a slight to Jamaican people. I'm just saying for Lisa. Tylene, you interjecting in the conversation has zero to do with you. Zero to do with you. That was the time to shut up, because when the time you were allowed to talk, you didn't want to say nothing. Now that Brooks and Lisa are going back and forth, and not even mind you, Brooks and Lisa are keeping Brad at tame, because both, I feel like, no shade, Lisa and Brooks are not scared of each other, obviously, but I feel like because both women, when they mad, they can go at it. I think Lisa Brooks like, girl, let's try to keep our words simple and calm, because if you go to 100, I'm going to go to 200, then you going to go 300, I'm going to go 400, and it's going to be a World War III. So I think that's like Brooks and Lisa when they those two are, because I noticed that Brooks goes 0 to 100 with most people, and I know it's same with Lisa, but when Brooks and Lisa argue, I feel they try to keep it as ladylike as possible, because like, bitch, you know what time it is if you ever really push me. And Lisa probably looks at Brooks like, girl, you know what time it is if you ever fucking push me. This would be College Hill all over again for me. And Brooks said, girl, then you gonna bring it. But anyways, that happened. And my whole thing is, like I said, I don't agree how Lisa handled coming at Tylene, but Tylene injected herself in a situation had zero to do with her. Zero. So I'm sorry, Tylene, but I don't care for how Lisa handled it. I'm not going to say you didn't deserve it. Maybe not as harsh as Lisa brought it to you, but you definitely should have kept your mouth shut and not interject in that conversation. Okay, then there's another little event. I'm trying to think. Now I got to look at my notes, because actually that whole thing got me wrapped up. I'm trying to think. Ain't the value that I'm beginning out. Also, but I did forget it, and I'm not going to go touch on this brief because it honestly doesn't matter. I like the fact that before they had their little argument, Lisa did collaborate with Tylene earlier in the show with her event, and I like how Talene instructed the exercise at the Mina Rose skincare event. That was cool. Talene did a great job with that. Anyways, let's move forward. Okay, then there's another dinner that wraps everything up. The girls go out for another dinner. God, I'm stemming these damn dinners. Obviously, it takes place on different days, and this is filming, so it all comes in one. But God, these dinners. I would have to strangle someone if I had to go out this much. Going out once or twice, probably the reason why I can never do reality television. Also because I ain't gonna need no confession to curse your ass out. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about you right then and there. Um. Anyways, they go to another dinner, and the husbands once again are coming along. This is why it makes this shit extra messy. The husbands come along again, and during the dinner, the girls pretty much pick off from the lunch they had at the golf event that Talene hosted. They're talking, but what starts it kind of surprising because it wasn't who I thought was going to start it. Ayan confronts Brooks about being upset with Lisa about not hosting her event at Brooks's business, the Glass House. So and Ayan even goes out and calls Brooks jealous. And Brooks like, no, I wasn't jealous. I'm just speaking how I feel. I'm speaking. So Ayan and Brooks are going back and forth. And Ayan is, because Ayan, one day, she's very passionate. And so when she gets her opinion, say what you want to say about Ayan. Ayan stands 10 toes down how she feels. How she feels, I know I probably screwed up my mic at that moment. Y'all will live. How she feels, Ayan stands 10 toes down how she feels. Right or wrong. And that's one thing I give that woman. That woman is passionate. She ain't scared to speak her mind. Even if no one else agrees, if that's how Ayan feels, that's how Ayan feels. So Ayan and Brooks are all going back and forth. Mind you, it's pretty tamed. It's nothing too crazy. But it gets bad once Lisa decides to give her 2 cents. Because now Lisa is pissed off with Brooks. And she's still not over Brooks being upset for her not hosting her event at the Glass House. So Lisa and now goes into Brooks. And then here comes Talene, who just told her husband moments ago she was going to stay out of it. Talene then starts speaking, and then now Lisa is getting mad at Talene and Brooks. And honestly, she's coming more at Talene than she's coming at Brooks. Because Talene, once again, interjecting in a conversation that had nothing to do with her. She should just enjoy her food. And it gets messy, and the husband, like, Rich is telling you, Lisa to calm down. And, you know, Steinberg able to just look at, like, why Sarah's like, what? You know, Saba able to like, what the hell? Why? Not in front of the husbands. Y'all getting ratchet in front of the husbands. Y'all getting ghetto in front of the husbands. Come on now. I'm just glad that Rich, and I gotta give Rafi credit here. You know, I'm not too thrilled with Rafi. Rafi did not escalate the situation as I feared he might have. He honestly did not escalate the situation. I'm glad that Sergio and Steinberg legit stay out of it. Sarah and Saba remain silent. It had nothing to do with them. Chris, Ayan's husband, remained quiet. And, you know, I'm trying to think. And Rich tried to calm down Lisa. And Rafi tried to calm down Talene. And it's just, the dinner ended on a really shitty note. But what really was the kicker for me was the final confessional of the show, which is from Ayan. Ayan actually was upset with Lisa. She's like, you know what? I mean, I agree with what Talene was doing, but Lisa, you was coming on way too strong. But, you know, and I'm just paraphrasing here. But unlike you, I don't believe in embarrassing my friends in front of company. I wouldn't do that. And I'm like, oh, Aya, you still upset, Miss Girl? You upset? You still upset about the whole thing that went down in Bali? Oh, you holding on to that one. I see. You really are holding on to that one. You're not going to let that one go anytime soon. Right, Miss Mamas? You're not letting that one go, like, ever. So, that was the episode. And boy, oh boy. I cannot wait for that reunion. I cannot wait to get my review on that reunion, speak on it. I need this show. I know what I'm enjoying season 2. I need season 2 to wrap up like today. That's the review. I'm sorry it was a little on the chaotic side, but I hope you enjoy it. And most importantly, I hope you understand me. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. You're doing a lot for a lonely gay 34-year-old man. Thank you. Ciao.